There's more to life than what your mind will tell you. How to detach from your desire. Stay tuned. So today I wanted to talk about how to detach from what you desire, because everyone talks about letting it go. How to let go is a deeper concept in my mind, because it is not the thing that you want that is going to provide you the peace and the happiness and the joy. There's many wise people who are much wiser than me talk about things like letting go, being present, and it seems like a distant concept to your mind when you are wrought with anxiety trying to create what you want. And so in my mind, it is much easier for me to think about the thing that I want and the anxiety that's coming up with that desire, of the realization that you don't have it, the trying techniques that aren't working, the constant affirmations and trying to convince yourself that life is different and that you're going to experience this thing if you just do more techniques. That anxiety to me is actually trauma that's been stored in your body. That's what I believe it is. The desire for a specific person, the wanting that person to come in your mind, somehow unconsciously, there's a belief or a thought that if this person comes into my life, then therefore I will no longer experience this pain and suffering. And that's just not true. Time and time again, these wise teachers have told us that the suffering that we experience is from the mind. The suffering that we experience is from this habitual thought pattern that happens, and it is usually from some kind of subconscious program that's happening from the time that we are 0 to 9 years old. A lot of our beliefs are created already, and so naturally everything that comes from that state of being that is programmed in our subconscious mind from the time that we're very young, everything comes from that. Our beliefs, our thoughts, our actions, our behaviors, the way we see the world, the way we believe about the world, what we believe about ourselves, what we believe to be possible and true for ourselves is unfortunately programmed when we are not even able to really remember back when we were children. And yes, there are indeed some traumatic events that do happen to us throughout our adult lives that can also add to that subconscious imprint of what we believe to be true about our lives or about ourselves. So what is letting go to me is actually going into the trauma, going into the experience within your body that's happening in the present moment. The feeling of loneliness, the intense heaviness of anxiety, the intense desire to have this person, this specific person is so important to you. It's actually your trauma that is like a sore thumb throbbing, right? Wanting you to come home, sit with it, be with it, breathe with it. But Kristen, how do I get the person? Because that's what's going to actually make me feel good. How do I get the place and the money and the things? That's what actually is going to make me feel good. I know, I've been there, I understand. It's not the case, however. Because even if your specific person shows up, you're still going to have the experience of anxiety. Maybe it'll come up in the form of security or fears that they might leave you. Even if the money shows up, you're still going to not feel wealthy. You're not going to feel the freedom because you're going to be wondering, how long before I'm broke again? Okay, so challenge yourself, really challenge yourself in this thought that if I have this specific person, place, or thing, I will suddenly then, therefore, no longer experience this pain within me, which is just a stuck emotion. You know, I say just, but it really, this at the simplest basic level, it's an emotion that got trapped within you. And likely you were too young to be able to process through it, because we are only able to process through things to our awareness's ability, to the capability of our awareness. And so when you were young, it was maybe very difficult to process through. Your perception of the world was very limited, and you perceived, I'm not lovable. And it could have been, you maybe had adoring, loving parents, and they did their best because they're only human, but maybe your perception came through that because you weren't able to have that extra piece of chocolate cake when you were 5, therefore I'm not lovable and I'm not deserving of, I don't know. It's so simple. It's so simple. Sometimes we can be programmed to have a certain belief based off of many different circumstances. And some of them are more traumatic than others, but it's all subjective because, honestly, trauma is trauma. And so how do you detach from your 3D reality when you're experiencing within you this intensity, this feeling of, I need this thing now. I need it now. I need it now. Okay, do more techniques. Think, imagine. And it's bringing you further away, fragmenting you off further from the experience of wholeness, which the experience of wholeness, let me tell you, feels like expansion. It feels kind of similar to bliss, but it's not, because bliss can be fleeting. It feels like wholeness. It feels like breath. It feels like love. It feels like gratitude. It feels amazing. Okay? That is what wholeness feels like. How do I get to wholeness, Kristen? Well, if you need personal help, you can reach out to me below. Get a hold of me. We can do a hypnotherapy session. I offer coaching packages. I offer group coaching. There's so many ways to connect with me to help you get into the state of being where you already have what you want. You already feel deserving. You already feel loving. You already feel whole. And then you're to the point where you don't care if it comes. And maybe it will. Or you know that it will. And now you get to rest in peace in this life. Rest in peace isn't something that happens just when we die. We can die to our old self right now, like Neville Goddard used to say. So how do you detach from this 3D world in the moment? Notice that you are longing and wanting, and then realize that this is your trauma, whatever it is, even if it was a small event when you were 5. This is your trauma wanting to come to you to be seen by the light and love of awareness. You are that loving light and awareness. You are the only one. You are the only one that can bring that love to you. You're the only one that can allow that love to flow through you, because it's not anything that you need to do. There's not anything extra that you need to accomplish or try in order for you to just allow love to flow naturally and effortlessly through. But it's difficult because you've been believing a lie that your mind is reality, that your mind is in charge. But in actuality, the mind is just more like a computer that is accessing data. Oh, this sky is blue today, the grass is green, this person is this tall, they have brown hair, and anything more than that is your mind on overdrive. And what happens when your mind's on overdrive? Hello, we experience insane anxiety, swirling, and then the body becomes tense. The body hardens and crystallizes energy in our body, and it forms disease and things that are happening as a physical manifestation in our body. That is because we've been ignoring our trauma. This feels uncomfortable. I don't want to feel this. I need to change it. Therefore, I'm going to try manifestational techniques to try to get what I want. And I'm going to tell you, that's not how you're going to get what you want. And if you might end up getting what you want, but it's going to come with all of these lessons that your soul needs you to understand in order to be the full expression of yourself. And it doesn't need to be difficult. When you have that awareness and that understanding that what you're experiencing wants to be held, wants to be loved, supported, and brought back in to your awareness, your loving awareness. So I'm going to give you a little tip here. When you're feeling that really strong attached desire and you're going, I know I need to detach from this want. I need to detach from this want. Otherwise it won't happen. Just step off of that wheel for just a minute. Set the manifestational tools over here for just a minute. We'll come back to trying to create our world once we have mastered the art of learning how to drive, so to speak. Then I will pick the keys to the truck up and I'll try driving. But for now, I'm just going to learn how to drive. For now, I'm just going to be with myself. For now, I'm just going to sit here with myself. I'm going to stare up at this beautiful, magnificent tree, see the sun gazing through. I'm watching as the mist and the steam is coming, as the sun is warming the sky, and it's magnificent. And I don't have to do anything for that creation that I am watching to happen. I don't need to do anything for the sun to rise. I don't need to do anything for this breath to come. Even if it is shallow and tight in my chest, it's still, my chest fills with air. My heart is still beating, and I don't have to do anything for that to happen. My mind is still swirling with thoughts. There it is. I don't need to do anything. Your thoughts aren't something you should be afraid of. Not every thought you think is created. If it did, we'd have a really fucked up world. Okay? So let's just take that notion out of your mind for now and put it off the side. Let's detox. Let's detox. Feel your body in the chair. If you're standing, jump up and down. There I am on the earth. This is the earth. Here I am. One of my quotes is stop, drop, and breathe. If you were on fire, you'd stop, drop, and roll. And right now, when you're experiencing that, put this on replay, put it in your downloads, replay this. Stop. Sit. Breathe. Even if it's uncomfortable. And when you are focused on your breath, I'm going to tell you it is literally impossible to think, because you cannot think about anything other than focusing on your breath. It's a miraculous gift that we were given to make the mind stop, because that's what's causing the suffering. It is not the external world that is going to alleviate anything that is going on up in here. And the only person that can change that is you. You can work with me and I can help guide you back into that state of being and help remind you of these tools and help you uncover what is hooking you into that constant state. That constant state of trauma, the constant loop, like a hamster wheel, trying to find, get out somewhere, get to somewhere. Or you can just do this on your own, sitting, dropping, looking. That's it. That's it. So easy. So easy. Okay. Contact me down below, the link below. I just want to remind you, you are an amazing gift. You are a being of light. You are a miraculous creation. You are a living body that breathes and pumps blood on its own. Look around at life. It's miraculous. Okay? So much love to you. I love you so much. Bye.